Hey everyone, I'm Jard, and these are 4 characters I think we actually have a pretty good chance of seeing in the upcoming film Thor Love and Thunder, based on some characters we saw in the comic storylines. Number 1, I think we actually have a pretty good chance of seeing another hammer wielder within this movie. In the Unworthy Thor comic run, while Thor is exploring and trying to figure out how he can become worthy again, which reminds me of the training sequences we've seen within the trailer already, he meets with another hammer wielder who offers him his hammer, and that is Beta Ray Bill. Now, you may think it's pretty outlandish to think that we would see him in this film, but we have already seen a glimpse of him in Thor Ragnarok within the building that the Hulk was residing in. So I don't think it's completely out of the question. I just don't think he'd play a huge role. Number 2, Thori the Hellwolf. Thori was actually raised by Loki, and I don't think it would be completely out of the storyline if we got a chance to see him among the many things that Loki left to Thor, and Thor is now taking upon himself. Although, with Tooth Gnasher, Thor's goat, already playing such a big role in this movie, I'm not sure we would actually see a second pet character. Number 3, Hercules. Within the Mighty Thor comics, which followed Jane Foster's Thor, we actually see Jane Foster and Hercules arm wrestling in one scene as he agrees to help them with their quest. I think of all the possible cameos that I've listed so far, this is the one that is most likely and the one that I would be most excited to see, because Hercules plays such a large role in so many of the comics, yet we haven't seen or heard anything of him within the MCU so far. And with so many gods being explored in this movie, I think there's a high possibility we could see him within this film. And lastly, Null, god of the symbiotes. Now this one may seem out of left field, but in reality, when we're dealing with Gore the God Butcher, who uses a symbiotic sword, I don't think it's completely outlandish, especially when we've already seen some after-credit scenes hinting at different things of a symbiotic nature. It would be cool if they started to pull this all together. That's all I've got for you for now, but I do have a couple more videos in the works on how Jane Foster took upon the mantle of Thor, and also on how I think the Unworthy Thor and the Mighty Thor Jane Foster runs will both factor into the plot of this movie. So, follow and come back for more.